Welcome to All Out Studios, where we always go
All
loud.
baby.
We got plenty of asses here. Some smart, some dumb, some average intelligent. I'll let you decide who's who. My name's Adon, aka Marauder Runner.
My name is Nick, or Nicholas West in 2001.
And my name is Nate, also known as Voltake77. And once again, baby, welcome back to the podcast.
We back! The first podcast of 2024. Let's go!
Let's go. Nick is upside down.
Nick, you're upside down!
How the heck did that happen? Hold on a second.
We're back, baby. Let's go.
Hold on a second. I'm technical difficulties, folks. This is the first time. Okay.
The first technical.
It's not working. Wait. There
Okay,
we go.
you know what? Vertical. We gotta go vertical on this bitch.
First technical glitch of 2024. Fantastic. Anyways, this podcast, we're talking about something special today. We're talking about some big news that was just dropped. That's right. We're talking about Pokemon trading card game Pocket. We got a whole new app that is giving us all these cool new cards. It's all awesome. Oh yeah, and this guy got a new game announced.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not what we came here for, buddy. That's not what we came here for. Love the enthusiasm. I'm excited for it too, but let's get to the other thing that we're supposed to be excited about, okay?
I know.
Okay.
I know. I just wanted to pull that joke.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
He hangs up.
All right. But no, guys, we are going to talk about Pokemon Legends ZA, and I gotta say, we're going back to Kalos.
Oh shit.
Okay. For those of you who don't know me personally, Pokemon Legends Arceus, my favorite Pokemon game of all time. Pokemon on X, that was the first main series Pokemon game I ever officially owned and completed. In fact, I just started playing Pokemon Y. I picked up my old save file not too long ago. So, yeah, I'm enthusiastic. And I am ready.
But before we do talk about this game, I'd just like to clarify something real quick. It is not pronounced Pokemon ZA or AZ. It is pronounced Pokemon ZYXWBUTSRQPONMLKJIHGFEDCBA. Okay, get it right.
I'm
sorry, I had to pull that.
Bro, I'm impressed that you were able to do it.
Oh yeah, I had to pull up the video. The fucking person who posted it typed it out in the comments.
Gumbino,
So
I think his name. Gumbino, I think his name is.
Yep, Gumbino. Check that video out, baby.
I'll try to post that in the description. Anyways, before we all get started, boys, you want to tell them how hyped you guys are?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm gonna say originally I was expecting Generation 5 remakes when I saw the Pokemon Direct. And then I saw and found out that we're actually going back to Kalos, and honestly, I'm not even that mad. I'm not even that mad, being honest. I mean, as much as I love Generation 5, that's my home region, Generation 5 boys, where are you at?
Let's go.
But honestly, when I found out that we are possibly going back to Kalos, or we actually are going back to Kalos for this new Legends game, I'm like, wow, this could actually be really something good.
You guys want to know what my reaction was to the announcement?
What was your reaction, Nate?
What?
This man just walked out of here. This man just walked right out of here.
He He was
Cool, though.
here, but then he gone.
Yeah, that was my cameo appearance for this podcast. It was nice seeing you guys, but I'm excited for this too. Honestly, it's cool to get another Legends game. It actually shows how well Arceus did, and it's pretty cool that we're going to X and Y. I feel like X and Y is getting a lot more credit where credit's due, in my opinion. They're getting more appreciation.
Oh, exactly. Kalos suffered a lot in terms of the games. I mean, the anime is great, and you see this. This is actually the Pokemon X and Y manga that I'm actually reading, and it's actually really good so far. But the games, look, Kalos is my home region. As I said, first main series game, I owned and completed. However, even I have to admit, the game has a lot of flaws. And sadly, we did not get a third version or sequels to kind of fix all that up. We were left with a bunch of mysteries. And honestly, yeah, it's a little underwhelming and a little disappointing.
Yeah, I can understand the frustration right there.
Yes.
Yeah, it sucks when like games that looks amazing don't get the appreciation that it deserves. Honestly, it is kind of sad that it flopped. I can't really say much because again, I never really played the game to begin with, but I did hear a lot of people weren't too happy with it, except this man in the fucking call with us right now because he is literally a Kalos simp. But
It's
like,
my home region. Get off my ass.
Unova rep, baby. But no, it kind of sucks that we never really got a lot of appreciation for it, especially when it came down to the Mega Evolution as well. Because let me be real, the Mega Evolution was sick, but I feel like a lot of people thought it was kind of meh. I'm gonna be real. When I first saw Mega Evolution, yes. Now I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Mega Evolution, you know what my first thought was?
What?
Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions.
Yeah,
Digimon.
a lot of people compared Mega Evolution to Digimon, which I get it.
But then again, it's like, once we saw all the other battle gimmicks that came out after X and Y, like Z moves with Sun and Moon, Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing with Generation 8 with Sword and Shield, and Terrestrialization with Generation 9 Scarlet and Violet, a lot of people are coming back and saying, you know what? Mega Evolution, despite its flaws, it was the best battle gimmick that Pokemon had to offer. No cap.
Shut the fuck up.
I was waiting for him to say that! Anyways. But yes, Mega Evolution was definitely one of my favorite features. It's actually why I love some of these Pokemon. For example, where did I place them? Gardevoir.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Gardevoir and Lucario are actually some of my favorite Pokemon because of their Mega Evolutions. They were just that cool. So
yeah, no, the Mega Evolution designs were amazing.
Well, most of them were.
Some.
Mega Slowbro. Anyways.
Dude,
now,
okay,
boys.
I'm be real. Slowbros was funny.
Now, boys, let's get into the real meat and potatoes of this podcast. We got to talk about what do we want and what do we already know about what's coming for this new Legends game. Adon, I know this guy. Okay, for those who are watching this, Adon and I went to the same high school together. I was more of the guy who would take notes and pay attention in class while this guy would spend some time on his DS or not giving a single shit about what's being said.
This is true. This is true.
However, spoiler alert, or this podcast, we get to see something shocking. This man actually took notes. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this.
This is an entire page full of notes. An entire page of everything I want to talk about.
Let me say this for you guys right now. Here in All Out Studios, we like to petition like who really wants to do a podcast. Some of us will give certain ideas, which is why some of us say the intros first. This is why Adon did it, because he really got excited from this. Because again, this man loves X and Y. I don't blame him. And so when we got announced, and he really does love the Legends game too. He loved Legends Arceus. He played it nonstop when he got it. So having to hear that we're getting a Legends game linked to X and Y, my boy nutted the second he
This
found
game
out.
was made for me. Oh, and on top of that, to add on to your point, Nate, just to put this into perspective. Okay, you two know I'm a huge Genshin Impact nut, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
I used to play this game on the daily.
Religiously, he did.
When Pokemon Legends Arceus came out, I dropped Genshin for a month straight.
He did. Dude,
A
no, let me
month
explain this to you.
straight. I dropped Genshin. I didn't do anything with Genshin. I was just solely on Legends Arceus.
Let me explain this to
yeah.
you guys, because I always look at people's statuses on Discord. He would be on Genshin nonstop. I would always see it. There was a time where he stopped, and I was like, huh, that's weird. And then randomly we get in a call. We're all playing Arceus. This motherfucker tells us he's like maybe like a quarter almost finished with the game after having it for like, what, a month or two? And I'm just like, motherfucker, what have you been doing this whole time?
I think I beat like a quarter of the game within like 2 days.
No.
That doesn't shock me.
No, I actually beat most of the game in about a month. Anyways.
I was gonna say
yeah.
I beat most of the game within the span of 2 days because my friend Haley got it for me for my birthday, and I played that nonstop.
I still have yet to finish the game.
Alright, so first thing I want to talk about is actually the confirmed Pokemon that we saw in the trailer. Through the trailer, we saw many different Pokemon. Some we were able to see very closely, others we were not. However, what's up, Nick?
I was gonna say I believe most of the Pokemon that we did see in the trailer were of Gen 6 origin.
Actually, you are correct. A lot of the Pokemon in this trailer were from Gen 6. I actually went through myself. I played the trailer back at 25% speed to see what I could find, and then I also looked up other people that went through the trailer and pointed out every single Pokemon to me. And on top of that, I even went online to read some articles of other people who thought they saw something. I also looked into leaks. I looked into everything.
And people, he has taken notes. He has prepared for this.
Exactly. So here are the Pokemon that I can confirm are in the trailer. And then I will go into the mons that I think I may have saw and mons I think that are going to be in the game despite not being in the trailer. So the first line that I can confirm, we all saw this coming, it's Pikachu.
Obviously.
Pikachu was the first one we saw in the trailer, which means Pikachu, Raichu, and possibly Alolan Raichu will be in this game.
I'm not so sure, Don, because I'm gonna be honest, since Alolan Raichu wasn't, obviously it was released in Generation 7, with the absence of Alolan Raichu in Generation 6, I don't think Alolan Raichu would make an appearance in the game. It could, although I will give you this, it could be featured in like a side quest mission, kind of like how we got Alolan Vulpix in Legends Arceus.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Alright. Another Pokemon line that we can already confirm, Eevee. We see Sylveon clearly in the trailer. We saw an Eevee behind it. Every evolution is gonna be in this game, and honestly, that makes a shitload of sense, because what Pokemon game goes without an evolution, right?
Oh, wait, boys. There is one Pokemon that has been confirmed in the trailers that I want to talk about so much. It's gonna be so good.
Alright, I'll let you take this one.
You know what Pokemon was confirmed in the trailer?
I have an entire list of how many Pokemon were confirmed in this trailer. You're not going to surprise me.
Fucking Furfrou.
For those of you who are not aware, Furfrou has not been on a single game on the Nintendo Switch. We have not...
No. I was gonna say, that's not the reason why I'm excited about Furfrou. The reason why is that we can put an end to all the madness that is Pokemon Home. For those who need a little bit of context, in Pokemon Home, a lot of people are putting up a lot of their legendary Pokemons or really rare shiny Pokemon on the global trade system in Pokemon Home, and they're asking for very specific types of Furfrou, like the different trims. The most prominent one that they're asking for is Furfrou Pharaoh Trim. Now, the only way to get Furfrou with a trim is by playing Pokemon Go. And all the different trims are region locked. And the Pharaoh trim is only exclusive to Egypt / the Middle East. So, with the addition of Furfrou coming to this new Legends game, people on Pokemon Home Global Trade System, watch out, because we are going to disrupt the economy in that server to no end.
We
that
back,
server's
baby.
gonna get fucked.
We back.
That fucking.
Alright,
that
alright,
fucking
alright.
server's gonna get fucking shut down fast.
Yes, but as Nick said, we are getting Furfrou back. I can confirm because I actually looked through the trailer. I can spot 3 different trims of Furfrou. So I can safely guarantee that not only is Furfrou back, but we're probably going to be able to change its trim, which is going to be sick. Okay, next Pokemon. Actually, the Arbok line is coming back. We actually see Arbok on the bridge. So that's
Do you
fun.
mean Arbok?
Arbok, that's what I said.
You said Arbok.
Same thing.
You know what? Whatever. I'm not gonna fight you on this one.
We are getting the Bellsprout line back. Some Bellsprout we saw at the end of the trailer. We are getting Staryu and Starmie. We saw Staryu in the little river that was going in.
All right.
We're getting Onyx back, which means we're gonna get Steelix.
Let's go.
This was a big.
All right.
He was already in the trailer. He was very hard to miss. We saw a giant Gyarados in the water, so that confirms both Gyarados and Magikarp. Which again,
Let's go. We're getting Gyarados.
It makes sense because what Pokemon game is complete without a Gyarados, right?
Yay, we got Gatorade.
Nice. I love that.
You're welcome.
Okay. We also see a battle between Heracross and Pinsir in the background. So that confirms those 2 bugs. The first Pokemon besides Pikachu we see in the trailer is Pyroar, and with a couple of Litleo. So we're getting Pyroar and Litleo back. We also see We also see Klefki and Flabebe, which means the Florges line is coming back. If you go back to the river scene again, you can actually see Hawlucha near the water. He's right by a trainer who's throwing a Pokeball at a Dragonair. So that's Hawlucha and the Dragonite line confirmed. If you pay... Okay, this next one, you actually have to pay really close attention. But if you look... But during the bridge scene, if you look down at the bottom right corner, you can catch a glimpse of an Absol running with a trainer. So Absol is confirmed.
Absol's coming back.
Yes, Absol is coming back. Also,
that's gonna be so good.
Also, during that bridge scene, we saw a Hippopotas, which means Hippopotas and Hippowdon are coming back. I actually saw both an Esper on that bridge, as I mentioned, and during the battle between Sylveon and Aegislash, I actually saw a Meowstic in the background. So we are getting Meowstic back as well as Aegislash. Or Aegislash.
Aegislash is gonna be my boy.
I already know. I'm actually using a Doublade right now in Pokemon Y, so I get what you mean.
And also, let's be honest, the shiny of it is gorgeous.
Golden!
As you guys can tell, we are going to get a lot of lineups here. So you know what that means, trainers. Hold on. It's time to walk into the field.
We'll get back to that.
I got to turn my camera.
We'll get back to that. We'll also have Go-Goat on the bridge scene. So we saw a Go-Goat running by.
Who the fuck?
Go-Goat and Skidoo.
Oh!
Yeah, it's the goat you ride around on in Lumio City in X and Y.
Oh, wait, then, yeah, no wonder I wasn't...
We also saw an Emolga flying around.
Some Gen 5 love right there. Love it.
Speaking of Gen 5 love, we actually saw a Crocodile with a bunch of Sandile in the background. So Crocodile and Sandile. So the Crocodile line's coming back.
I thought it was
Nice.
crocodile. Oh, whatever.
Slowing down the trailer a little bit, I actually was able to catch a Pangoro also in Lumiose, so that means Pancham and Pangoro are coming back.
Nice.
Oh,
Ow.
these last two ones, you really had to have an eagle eye to catch these two. But thanks to Gamesplain, that I will link in the description, I actually was able to see a Crobat flying around Lumiose Plaza. So we are getting the Zubat line back. And on top of that, there was this one little red Pokemon that no one could really make out. Like, I went to multiple people, they saw the Pokemon crawling on the side of the building, however, no one could identify it. I heard one person say it's a Floette. I heard an article saying it's a Yanma. So I went through myself, I paused the trailer and kept going back multiple times until I was finally able to figure out who it is. That is an Ariados. So we are getting
the Ariados line.
We are getting the Ariados line back. And I think that is all the Pokemon I can confirm. However, there are two other mons that I saw, however, I wasn't able to identify them. At the end of the trailer, when we're closing out on Lumiose Tower, there's a lot of Pokemon down there, and I really can't identify them. However, I think I saw one. And I think I saw a Rhydon. So this could mean that we're getting the Rhyperior line back. However, do not quote me on that.
I assume that we should get the Rhyperior line back, because wasn't that also a ride Pokemon in X and Y where you can ride on top of a Rhydon?
Actually, yes. And you actually reminded me of something I want to bring up later. But there's one more Pokemon I wanted to talk about. And we're going back to the bridge scene again, because that's where we're seeing the most Pokemon. I paid really close attention. There were these little guys in the little river. There were these little tiny guys that I couldn't really identify. They were smaller than Magikarp. That's how small they were. I really had to zone in on them, and I came down to 3 possible Pokemon that this could be. The first one is from the leaks. In the leaks, some people are saying that they saw Barboach in the trailer. So those little tiny guys could be a Barboach. However, what I think is more likely, the 2 candidates I think are more likely, the first one that I think isn't as likely is Arrokuda. Arrokuda is a very small Pokemon, and it's about the same color, but I'm going to have to deny that because I think that the tiny little mons that I saw in that river, I think those were Tynamo.
Interesting. I mean, right now I'm looking on Cerebi right now, if you don't mind me.
Oh,
I'm basically going through the entirety of the Kalos Pokedex. I think to counter your point as to what those tiny specks were, they could be Mantikes, I would assume. Because Mantike was also found in Kalos. I'm looking at the X and Y Pokedex.
Mantike was found? Oh, I actually didn't write that down. I was
gonna say, I'm not saying that's confirmed. I'm thinking like that could possibly be. That's from my what those tiny specks were.
The only reason I say it's Tynamo is because they were really freaking tiny, and the way they were colored, they were white. So that's why I said Tynamo.
White supremacy.
Oh, Nate. It could also be Chinchou, because Chinchou is really tiny.
Possible.
Wait,
I just realized I missed the Pokemon. We also saw the Fletchling line, so that means Talonflame's coming back, but that was pretty obvious.
Wait, off topic. I just realized it's March 1st. I can be racist again.
Oh my gosh.
Nate, no.
Not on the podcast!
Too late.
And Voltic 77 was now canceled.
This idiot! Oh my gosh. You did not just do that.
I have
Actually, Also, hold up, Adam. I think you might be onto something about the Barboach line because I'm looking at the X and Y Pokedex right now, and Barboach is indeed in the Dex.
Right. That was from the leaks I saw. So it is possible that we are getting Barboach back, which I wouldn't. Funny story actually. Did you know that Barboach is in every single Switch game except for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee?
Really?
Barboach is in every single game. He's in Sword and Shield. He's in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. He's in Legends Arceus. He's in Scarlet and Violet.
Wow.
Wow.
The same can be said for Stunky. However, we didn't see Stunky in this trailer, so. Anyways.
I think this is a good way to segue into the next thing the next thing we should talk about is what Pokemon do we expect to be in this game?
Okay.
Well,
so I can name off quite a few groups that I think are going to be in this game, but I want to hear what you guys have to say first.
Well, for the first one, I'm gonna say Froakie. We definitely have to have him back.
I think it's going to be a given that all the Kalos starters are going to be in the game and they'll be found in the wild.
Because that's what happened.
We'll get the start.
That's what happened in Legends Arceus.
We'll talk about the starters later.
Oh, I actually have starters to bring up, but I'll save them for later. The one group of Pokemon I actually do want to confirm right now, it is my personal belief that every single Mega Evolution except for the Mewtwo line and Rayquaza are going to return in this game. I think every single one of them are going to return except for Mewtwo and Rayquaza.
That is actually a really bold statement because a lot of the other Mega Evolutions that we know about have been introduced in generation. Well, actually, they've been introduced in the Gen 3 remakes.
That's true. However,
that is true.
That is true. However, the reason why I believe that is because I know that this only takes place in the Kalos region, so it makes sense that only Kalos Mega Evolutions are available. However, I do want to say at this point, are they really going to put Mega Gardevoir in this game and not Mega Gallade?
Fair enough.
So that's just the only other groups of... Before I get into the starters, the only other last group of Pokemon I want to say, I think that every single Gen 6 Pokemon is going to return in this game. Every Gen 6 Pokemon.
I wouldn't hold it against you.
Because...
I was going to say, I don't doubt that as well. I don't doubt that. I know that that's what's going to happen. It's kind of like Legends Arceus, where I think majority or all the Gen 4 Pokemon that were introduced.
All of them were
included? Yeah.
Yes.
I have the same feeling for this game that all Gen 6 Pokemon are going to be introduced. For the lines of Pokemon that I think that might make a reappearance or an appearance in the game, looking at the X and Y Pokedex on Cerebi, I think all the elemental monkeys from Generation 5 are going to make their return.
I'd be down for that. I want my Simisage back. Yes, I'm a Simisage fan. Fight me.
Honestly, I'm Team Simisage as well.
Yeah, fight us!
I think we're all Simisage.
Fight all of us!
Perfect.
Because Simisage was... Here's the thing. I love Simisear, but I think Simisage was always my favorite.
Nice.
I don't know why. I was in a grass type phase back then.
Yeah, the elemental monkeys are way too overhated, in my opinion.
Thank you. I didn't even know they hated them. I love them.
Let me see. What other lines of Pokemon do I think are going to return?
Oh, okay, wait. I will say this. Considering we did see Emolga, I will say, I'm just going to say because Gen 5, this was one of my favorite Pokemons, Chimchino.
Oh, Minchino.
I would love to see...
Hey, Nick, was Minchino and Chinchino in Pokemon X and Y?
I'm looking at that right now. I just finished looking at the Central Pokedex for the Kalos Dex. I'm in the Coastal now.
Okay.
Right now, I don't see Minchino and Chinchino.
I think they would be in the Mountain Pokedex, wouldn't they?
Give me a second. I'm just quickly breezing through it all.
Okay.
Just see if I can find. I do see Pachirisu in the decks, so that's a possibility.
I'd be down for that. I like Pachirisu.
Looking in the mountains. I got actually. Wait, I will give Nate a little bit of hope for this. In the Kalos decks and the Mountain Pokedex, Wooper and Quagsire are in it.
Let's go!
Don't hold me to it. I'm gonna say don't hold me to it because I don't know if they'll be left out.
If I see a fucking hold on, I need people to look at me in the fucking face. If I see a fucking Quagsire in that fucking trailer, I do not give a shit what game I'm playing. I don't give a shit how much money I'm in debt. I will buy that fucking game just so I can make Bum Bum's family. I swear to God.
Yeah. All right. Do we have any other Pokemon we want to confirm before we talk starters?
I'm looking at all the other lines here. A lot of these Pokemon lines have been featured in Legends Arceus, so I don't think we should see them again. Like, I'm already seeing the Spinarak line. I'm seeing the Gligar and Gliscor. Let's see.
Oh my God! Wait, yeah, I missed those guys.
I think we have Teddy Ursa and Ursaring.
Mm-hmm.
We already have Geodude.
Geodude.
Honestly, I would also love to see the Flygon family come back.
That would be cool, actually.
Actually, I want to bring that up in just a second after we talk about the starters because I actually have some predictions of who the starters are going to be.
And also to answer Nate's question, I am sorry, Minccino and Cinccino are not in the Kalos Pokedex.
Damn. One can dream, though.
That's true. Okay, so here's the thing. We all know that for Pokemon Legends Arceus, they actually took 3 starters from different regions and they put them all as a trio. I believe that they are going to do that again. However, which starters is up for debate. However, credit to Hoops and Hip Hop and M&J TV, I think I know what starters are going to come. Or at least I have a good educated guess.
I'm going to say I watched M&J TV's video as well for what he believes the Pokemon starters are. And for him, when he went through all the starters on what he would think, he already eliminated a lot. He eliminated all the Legends Arceus starters.
Mm-hmm.
He eliminated the Gen 3 starters. He also eliminated Paldea. He eliminated the Gen 3 starters because they have their own Mega Evolutions. He eliminated the Gen 1 starters because they have their own Mega Evolutions. And I think I think that's it, basically.
Exactly. He and Hoops and Hip Hop both narrowed it down to 3 Pokemon. 1 from each group of 4 starters that are left. And I'm going to be honest, I agree with them. The first one that, actually when me and Nick first had a call about this game, I called him right after I saw the trailer. We already knew one starter that we absolutely agree is going to be the water starter. We think that we're going to have Piplup.
Let's go!
Piplup?
Now, I'll let you finish all the different starters and your reasons, and I'm going to try and ask you guys what secondary typings their new forms are going to be, or whether or not they're going to get Megas.
I believe they're going to get Megas, not regional forms, but we'll get back to that in a second. For Piplup, it actually makes a lot of sense for them to bring him in, because Empoleon... Yeah, there's a lot of similarities to Napoleon, who was the first emperor of France. So it just makes sense to bring Empoleon back for this game. And honestly, I'm all for it. I like Piplup. I think Empoleon's kind of cool. So the fact that we may be getting him back, I'm all for it. This next Pokemon, I think it's going to make Nate happy. We believe the grass starter for this region will be Snivy.
Yeah, baby.
Nick, you're upside down again.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to find a perfect way to configure my phone because my phone is starting to get low battery a little bit. Don't worry, I have it on life support for the charger. I'm just trying
Okay,
to
okay,
position it right,
okay.
but that's
So
okay.
for
But
con
yeah,
for context on Snivy, the Unova starters are actually based off the different cultures that come into America, aka Unova. Uh, Tepig was based off of Chinese traditions. Oshawa was based off of Japanese traditions, and Snivy was based off of European traditions, primarily France. Mostly
Wait, really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, actually it was.
Holy shit.
Superior bears a striking resemblance to a certain symbol. I can't remember what it's called. I'll probably put that up in editing.
Fleur de
somewhere.
lis.
Thank you, Nick. He has a striking resemblance to that symbol, which of course stands for the royalty of French. So it would make absolute sense for Superior to come back for this game. And honestly, I'm all for it because I think Superior could use a little love right now, especially because Gen 5 kind of got screwed over. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
And finally, the fire starter, which honestly, if this is the fire starter for this game, Game Freak, take my money. Score Bunny. Look, Cinderace is my fourth favorite. My fifth favorite Pokemon of all time. She is just behind Lucario. So if they actually bring Cinderace to this game, just take my money in now. I am super sold. The reason why we believe Cinderace is going to be in this game is because of soccer. Soccer, of course, is based in the UK. However, during the renovation of France, which is what we believe this game is being based off of, soccer actually was able to come over, and the French people kind of got into it. They really liked soccer, and France went on to win 2 World Cups. That is something that a lot of countries have not been able to do. To win 2 World Cups. One in the 1900s.
That's impressive.
And the other recently, somewhere in the 2010s. I forgot which year. Apologies. But yes,
That's impressive.
This is a very clear sign that we could have Cinderace be our new fire starter. And honestly, as I said, I am all for it.
Now, I will agree with M&JTV's choices on those 3 starters. I do believe that Piplup, Scorbunny, and Snivy will be the best starters. However, there is going to be that big, huge argument that people on forums will have, and that is, will these new Pokemon get Mega Evolutions, or will they get a new regional form? Now, I know the arguments for both sides that, oh, this is a Gen 6 game. I wouldn't be surprised if they kept their final evolutions and gave them a Mega. Or, no, this is a new game and these Pokemon are completely not native to the region. They should have totally new forms. I get both arguments. I actually get both. However, the side I'm leaning towards the most, I think they're going to be getting new forms, not Megas. However, I will say, if a starter trio were to get Megas, it should be the Kalos starters.
I do agree with you there, Nick. I do think that we are going to get new Mega Evolutions for this game. So the Kalos starters would make the most sense. However, I am going to have to disagree with you. I truly believe that Cinderace, Superior, and Empoleon are going to get Mega Evolutions. I truly believe this. And on top of that, I feel like we're going to get more Mega Evolutions. You can't just tease Mega Evolution like that at the end of the trailer and make us assume, oh, we're not going to get any new forms. We're just going to get the old ones. Nah. That's not how this works. I
will agree with you and say that yes, I do believe we are going to get new Mega Evolutions for other Pokemon, but for the starters, that's where I kind of draw the line and say, nah, I think they're gonna get new forms. Only time will tell. What do you say?
Exactly. On top
Nate,
of
where do
that,
you stand on this?
I was gonna just say, ¿por qué no los dos?
why not both?
Porque no los dos. Love it.
Well, here's the thing. I'm biased on it. I'm non-biased on this because again, I think Mega Evolutions is cool and all, but also the new regional forms are interesting thoughts as well because sometimes the regional forms are fucking amazing. Ow! I just got stabbed in the leg.
Careful.
Fucking branch. Anyways, but if I had to say honestly, personally, I probably would lean a little more towards the Mega Evolutions just because, again, like Adon said, you can't just tease Mega Evolution and not bring in new forms. That's not how this
Really?
works. Yeah, because, well, here's also the thing, too. I feel like, too, if they give them more Mega Evolutions, because I'll be real, in my opinion, I don't think we had a lot of Mega Evolutions. I don't think there was a lot.
We had 48 in all.
Oh, that's a good amount, honestly. But I feel like if we were to get more Mega Evolutions, it would be interesting to see just how creative the designs of the Mega Evolutions could be, especially with the new updated art style. So it'd be amazing to see that. And also because if the more Mega Evolutions we have, the more likely they could show just how well they fixed it. So that way it doesn't just feel like how it used to, just a regular battle gimmick. Instead, make it feel more unique, more more fitting for the world and more fitting for the battle type, if you will.
Right.
I can get behind that.
Okay.
On top of that, I feel like there's gonna be more megas because honestly, guys, I personally believe we're gonna get a mega Flygon this generation.
That'd be amazing. If that motherfucker looks terrifying, I am not gonna be surprised that there's gonna be a lot of horror artists who are gonna make that shit look terrifying.
Actually, I'm gonna actually backtrack a little bit to Nate's "Por qué no los dos" argument. Why not both? What if they do that? They actually do both. They give the starters new forms and megas.
I'd be
It would be cool.
I'd be so down.
Well, one that would.
Yeah.
Well, one that
Now,
would show.
I was gonna say, but here's what my follow-up question is: if they obviously give the Pokemon new forms and new megas, what would the secondary typings of the final evolution be?
As long as they do not make Cinderace a firefighting type, I don't care.
No. I'm going to say it's not going to be firefighting. Instead, I'm actually going to lean towards more the water fighting for Empoleon. Because like how you said, Adam, that Empoleon kind of referencing Napoleon from French history.
They're actually the same height,
I can see... That is true. I can see...
Empoleon and Emperor Napoleon are the same height.
That's actually kind of funny.
I could see Empoleon dropping the steel typing, getting a new regional form, and getting the fighting typing.
Okay.
Now,
a penguin fighting type. That's an interesting combination.
Kind of like Kingpin from Skylanders.
Oh my god, fair point.
Now, for Scorbunny, or in this case, Cinderace, we could lean into the soccer aspect, but also, I think, okay, just bear with me, because you know how, in some of the art that Cinderace is kicking a fireball?
Yes.
Yeah.
What if instead he was kicking a skull?
Are you gonna? Are you saying we're gonna get another fire ghost?
Maybe or maybe not, or we could go with Fire Dark. The reason why I go Fire Dark is the Reign of Terror and the French Revolution. Heads will roll.
I like that idea. However, I'm going to fight you on the Fire Ghost type solely because we've already gotten 2 Fire Ghost starters in a row. We got.
I said no to fire. I'm not saying Fire Ghost. I'm saying like Fire Dark.
I know.
Yeah,
like,
he's more.
But you first said Fire Ghost, I think, or maybe I'm just reading too much into this.
Okay. The only reason why he said kind of yes to the Fire Ghost is because you asked if that's what he meant.
Fair enough, but I don't want another Fire Ghost type. We've had enough. Give us a break.
And then
I don't-
finally, what would
I-
be Superior's final typing? I'm trying to think here.
Grass steel.
Yeah, I was gonna say grass steel seems like the most likely.
Nah, it would have to have something super effective against fighting type.
What's strong against? Wait, fairies.
That would probably even
That's
be
what I'm
psychic.
thinking too.
No, I don't think it would be fairy because then it's going to be super effective against Cinderace and Empoleon, and I don't think that's a good idea. Psychic would.
So,
Excuse me, I apologize. Psychic would probably be a better choice.
ugh,
Okay.
that would mean we would have another Executor clone.
Thank you for
Is this Polbot?
Thank you for reminding me of my least favorite Pokemon. I appreciate it.
I'm in danger.
Fuck. Okay. Alright, so do we have anything else to talk about the Pokemon themselves? Or, gentlemen, are you ready to move on?
Actually,
I
there
think
is
I'm-
one more thing about the Pokemon themselves I do kind of want to discuss since we talked about the Pokemon we've seen in the trailer. What Pokemon do we think are going to be coming? We talked about the starters. There is one thing we need to talk about when it comes to Pokemon in general.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
You know what that is?
Let me guess.
Yes and no. Actually, yeah, more than yes. We need to talk about the legendaries. Obviously, with this new game being called Pokemon Legends ZA, obviously the main focus of this game is going to be the one himself, Zygarde. I do believe we will be able to get all forms of Zygarde. We'll see the Zygarde cells as Adam has in his little plushie.
This is a core. This is a
We'll
core.
have the Zygarde core. We'll also have the 10% form, which is the dog, the 50% form, the snake, and the 100% form, the giant colossal titan.
Optimus Prime.
Also, since this is a Kalos game, we will have to see appearances of both Xerneas and Yveltal. I would also like to believe that they would possibly get new forms or Mega Evolution, kind of like how we saw in Legends Arceus, we saw Dialga and Palkia get their origin forms.
Bro, could you imagine a Mega Xerneas and a Mega Yveltal? That would be sick.
Now, and from what I remember, the only legendaries that were available, besides the cover legendaries and Zygarde for X and Y, the only other legendaries available in the game were the 3 Cantonian legendary birds and Mewtwo. That's it.
I am going to say this. I don't think Mewtwo is going to be in this game because I believe it's going to be set in the past where Mewtwo doesn't exist. However, this does bring up an interesting point. Because the Mewtwo Knights exist, do you think that we could be getting a Mega Mew?
Maybe.
I'm not so sure, really. A mythical Pokemon. Well, there's only one mythical Pokemon in existence that can Mega Evolve, and that's being Mega Diancie. And speaking of mythicals, I think the only mythicals that we'll be able to get in this game is actually just Diancie, because I don't see how. Well, I could see Volcanion being implemented in the game, since it could kind of be like an industrial revolution type thing, where we see the industrialization of Lumio City. We see the city being built, like all the steam machines, the factories, all of that stuff. We could see that. The only mythical I know of that will not fit in this game is Hoopa. Yeah, Hoopa is not going to fit.
That makes sense. Okay, hold on. Actually, I will say, I want to bring this up because you brought up like the legendaries and stuff. Just a thought to give Gen 5 a little more love and maybe tease it a little bit. What if we get Landorus, Tornadus, and Thundurus?
We got that in the last Legends game, though.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Fuck, never mind. Never mind then. Let's take that back.
But to but maybe give you a little bit of hope and to brush Nick's ego over here, maybe those Swords of Justice.
Maybe. Actually,
yes, because yeah, Nate said it best. It is fitting because the Swords of Justice, even though they're in a region that's based off of New York City, they are based off of the Three Musketeers.
The only problem I could see with that theory, of course, would be we already got new forms of them in the form of Paradox Pokemon. But I think we can overlook that.
We could.
I like to think we can overlook that. Okay. Aside from that, guys, do you have any other Pokemon you want to discuss, or are we going to move on?
Let me see here. Pokemon that were featured in the trailer, Pokemon that were featured in, or that we think are going to be in there.
Did we get Darkrai in the last Legends game or no?
Yes, yes, we did.
Yes.
Okay, never mind. Then I'm out of ideas. Continue. There's a lizard.
All right, let's talk about something a little more outstanding about the trailer. How about Lumiose itself? We all saw that. We all saw that crap. Do you see how big? Oh, you're on your computer now.
Yeah, switched it up. I had to give my phone a break. It started overheating a little bit.
Oh gosh. Okay, you're a little louder, so I gotta turn you down just a little bit.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Alright, I'll put you right there. Anyways.
Imagine having a computer can't relate.
Anyways, let's talk about Lumiose. The first thing I want to talk about is apparently there's a big debate going online of whether this game is going to take place in the past, just like Pokemon Legends Arceus, or the future because of how the trailer looks. I am in the personal belief we are going to be going to the past. I don't see this game going into the future.
I mean, the way it's styled, there is a possibility for it being a future. I don't know why. Every time I keep thinking of us getting Legends game, we've talked about this before, that it felt like it would mostly just go in the past, considering Legends Arceus was like basically the past of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. And when we were talking about a possible Legends game involving Unova, we were still possibly talking about like the past as well. So going into the past would make sense. However, I can't ignore the fact of how it was presented and how some of the buildings looked. It just felt too futuristic for it to be in the past.
I see where you're going with this. However, the reason why I think it's going to take place in the past is mostly because of the historical event that I believe this is based upon. And that is the renovation of Paris. Are either of you familiar with this?
I've heard about it, but I never really ventured into the historical context. Give me a second.
I think I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever actually...
Alright, I'll give you guys a brief little look into it. The renovation of Paris was essentially an event of where the officials of France were just like, hey, let's try to re-urbanize our country, starting with our main city, Paris. So they actually demolished city blocks and started rebuilding from the ground up to basically re-urbanize it and get the place ready for future inhabitants, aka building towards the future.
I think I found it, and I think I found the actual time period in which this took place. This was the Haussmann's renovation of Paris. It was a vast public works program commissioned by French Emperor Napoleon III, not Napoleon Bonaparte, and directed by his prefect of the Seine, Georges Eugene Haussmann, between the years of 1853 and 1870. It included the demolition of medieval neighborhoods that were deemed overcrowded and unhealthy by officials at the time, the building of wide avenues, new parks and squares, the annexation of the suburbs surrounding Paris, and the construction of new sewers, fountains, and aqueducts. So, when it comes to actual years or time periods, this could be the mid to late 1800s.
Fun fact, that's actually not too far off of what Pokemon Legends Arceus was based off of, which was, I'm gonna butcher this, the Hokkaido period, I'm pretty sure it's called. I probably butchered that. It's probably might be the wrong period, but
No,
essentially-
you're correct. It's pronounced Hokkaido.
Oh, it is? Okay. Excellent. But yes, Hokkaido, the founding of Hokkaido, I think it was? That was basically what Legends Arceus was based off of. The renovation of France happened like a few years after that. Meaning that we could get possible connection between the two, which is why I think this is going to take place in the past. That's what I personally believe, however. But to put this little past versus future debate on maybe a possibility, here, how about a little theory? What if we get both? What if we get the ability to not only visit the past, but the future as well? Time travel.
That would mean we would need some sort of time-traveling Pokemon or some way to actually travel between time, which means Celebi would have to make an appearance, because he is the time-travel Pokemon.
Or Terapagos.
I don't know, maybe for Terapagos, maybe.
Well, considering that it could be the distant future, time travel isn't exactly impossible. At least not in that time period, but who knows?
We'll see what happens. It would be cool to have the ability to go from the past and the future, especially with, I don't know, with how mythical and sometimes technological Pokemon can be. It would be an interesting and cool concept if done right.
Exactly. Anyways, moving away from that, let's get to the meat and potatoes of what this trailer was really about. Yes, we saw all the pretty Pokemon. Yes, we're all excited. However, let's not really dismiss what the trailer was really about. It was the urbanization development plan. How are we seeing this? I believe that the player is actually going to be involved in helping build Lumio City into what it was in X and Y. Or
honestly,
perhaps even bigger.
Honestly, you saying that and thinking back to the trailer, it kind of makes sense, especially because, again, bringing back how it looked a little futuristic, we see the hologram of it like slowly building up the people, the Pokemon, and the city. You might actually be right. We could be honestly trying to build Lumio City.
We're going to build a place of where people and Pokemon can coexist.
And in the process, maybe even face off against people who are either trying to stop the production of this whole project because either A, they don't believe it's worth the time, or B, they're the enemy country or whatever. I don't know.
Wait, is there gonna be a subliminal message about environmentalism in this game?
Pokemon has always been having other little messages like that.
Although there is another period in which case, it is a theory on when this Pokemon game takes place. And you know what that is?
What's that?
The Great War in Kalos.
Are you saying that this could take place after the Great War?
It's just a theory. A game theory. No, I'm just kidding.
Rest in peace, Matt Pat.
Well, not yet. He still has a few more theories, but March 9th, guys, be there.
Or be square! I'm sorry, I had to.
But yeah, that's one of the main theories I've actually heard about, is that this could potentially be taking place in the aftermath of the Great War in Kalos. And so that would mean, didn't AZ fire the weapon, and him firing the weapon caused Mega Evolution to exist?
I'm sorry, guys.
It was the creation. I believe the ultimate weapon is the reason why Infinity Energy is around, which is what created Mega Evolution. So ultimate weapon make Infinity Energy make Mega Stone make Mega Pokemons.
Yeah. And that's what I thought. That's what I heard is like a theory as to when this Pokemon game takes place. And also, I just realized something. We talked about the Pokemon. We talked about the places. There's one thing we need to talk about. We need to talk to people, and we need to talk about the people themselves. So, this is a game that is going to be taking place in Kalos. Who do you think we're gonna see ancestors. I see that list. Holy shit!
I got a whole
So,
list
yep.
for you, buddy. All right,
Well,
first one right off the bat, Diantha.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We gotta have a Diantha. We gotta see the ancestor of the champion herself.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
Although-
and if she's not
Although,
allowed,
I was gonna say, who's to say that it's actually a woman ancestor of Diantha?
hey, I'm cool with seeing a pretty guy.
Hey, look, if he looks fabulous, I'm all for it.
Bitch, I'm
Honestly.
fabulous. Okay, the next one, I believe we're gonna see Lysander. We gotta see a Lysander ancestor. Perhaps this
That would
one.
be cool. Yeah.
Perhaps.
Oh,
Perhaps this one's actually trying to work towards making the world a better place, just not by killing people.
oh my god! I just realized something.
What's that?
What?
Male ancestor of Diantha, female ancestor of like.
Okay, well, calm yourself down.
Oh
Calm
my
yourself down,
God!
Nick.
Bro,
We get-
imagine, this, if that is true and we get a woman, she better have the most spectacular beard ever.
The most spectacular, dude. If she has a beard, I'm gonna laugh my ass off, dude. Like, not even because it's funny, but because that just shows that's the lineage of the family right there.
All right.
They have to have a beard.
How about this one? Professor Sycamore.
Probably a girl again, but maybe a younger age.
Actually, I have an interesting theory. You know how Professor Ronin's ancestor, Commander Komodo, was the whole leader of the Galaxy Expedition Team?
Yep.
What if Professor Sycamore's ancestor is the one leading the urbanization project?
That wouldn't be too bad.
You got gloves, Nate?
Yeah.
Okay. Inside here, there's all kinds of tools, okay? All you gotta do is, this is gonna come down to, I'm putting
I was
some
gonna
other
say
on.
that is
Yeah, all I gotta do is pull it over,
would be a
Tools!
a little bit inside of it.
Thank God.
Yeah. So I got all kinds.
Alright, he's got it muted. Alright, how about this one? Cena and Dexio. The two masked heroes of Kalos. I think we're gonna see ancestors for them, too. What do you think?
Hold on a second. I'm turning my camera off because my video feed was getting a little too laggy.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know. That is an interesting one. Now, I will say, I did see all the different names of the gym leaders on your list. However, I believe if we go through Legends Arceus for all of the, like those protecting some of the, like Guardian Pokemon, kind of like
Wardens.
Cleavor, Hisuian,
Wardens.
Electra, the Wardens, yes. I'm gonna say for the protectors of the Wardens, looking through everything, I don't think we got that many gym leaders that were featured from Sinnoh as ancestors, because I'm going in order. We don't know about, actually no, do we see an ancestor of Byron / Rourke in Legends Arceus?
Actually, wait, hold on.
Actually, I don't think so.
Speaking of Legends,
Yeah, because I'm
sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead.
what were
Nick.
you saying, Nate?
No, you go first, and then I'll.
I'm just going running through all the Sinnoh gym leaders to see whether or not they had an ancestor in Legends. Gardenia, she had an ancestor. It was the guy who ran like the berry fields and the mint fields.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we had, I think, was it Maylene? Was Maylene Generation 4?
Maylene was Generation 4. I did not see an ancestor.
For Crasher Wake,
Technically,
it could have been the
yes.
same guy. I was gonna say it could have been the protector of Hisuian Avalugg, because he's a combination of both Crasher Wake and maybe Wolfric.
Right, from Generation 6. Ha.
So, yep, oh, there's that one right there. Then we have. I know we have an ancestor of Candace because she's one of the Misfortune sisters.
I love
Clover.
Candace, stick in your mouth.
Okay, Nate.
Shut the hell up.
I'm trying to think. We don't have an ancestor for Fantina. For Volkner, it's Jinter, I believe.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else I'm missing?
That's the thing, Nick. Not every character gets an ancestor, apparently.
I know, but
the only
but
ones the only ones I really wrote down were the ones that I think will be prominent in this game.
I was gonna say I was thinking of like all the. I thought you had like all the gym leaders on that list. So, but who else do you have on that list?
Well, it's funny you say that because I actually do have some gym leaders. I have 3 of them. And the reason why I have them on there is because I believe that they're going to be prominent in this game. The one
Actually, can I name one of them really quick?
Go ahead.
Clement and Bonnie's ancestor.
Exactly.
It's in Lumio City, let's be honest.
Exactly. If we don't see an ancestor for Clement and Bonnie, I will be surprised. Because, hello, that's the Prism Tower we're talking about. I have a feeling that Bonnie and Clement's ancestor is probably going to be someone who actually worked on that tower. Alright. How about this one? Alexa and Viola's ancestor. I believe it's going to be some sort of news. Like, they're going to be reporters.
Interesting. Because I know Alexa is a reporter and Viola is more of a photographer into bug types.
Exactly.
And from what I remember of seeing Alexa in the anime, she has a Go-Goat and a Helioptile
She also
as
has
her main Pokemon.
She also has a Noivern.
And also a Noivern as well. So she really has some pretty decent Pokemon in her party.
Exactly.
And then we already know Viola is the bug type gym leader, and her main Pokemon for her gym were Surskit and Vivian.
Yes. Alright. This is the last one I have on my list, and I solely believe we are going to see her ancestor just because of the ties to Mega Evolution. We are going to see Karina's ancestor. I 100% guarantee that. We have to. Because remember, her grandfather is known as the Mega Evolution Guru. So, with that kind of title, yeah, we're going to have not only that ancestor, but I think they're going to be directly responsible for helping us learn how to use and master Mega Evolution.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually saw a younger version of him.
That'd be really cool.
Like in X and Y, we see him in his like 80s and stuff like that, but in this new Legends game, we could see him in like his mid-20s, early 30s.
Nick, I think I might have to cut you off there, because if this game takes place hundreds of years back, just like Legends Arceus, I highly doubt we're gonna see him. We're gonna see the same exact guy. I think
You're right.
I think we're gonna see someone that looks remarkably similar to him, no doubt about it. But the same guy? Nah, that's too long.
Okay. Well, okay, hold on. Again, we don't necessarily know when this will be taking place in the past. So for all we know, it could be somewhere close to when the Lumio City was slowly beginning. So maybe, yes, maybe we could meet a younger version of him. But if this is in the past, like way, way beyond, like Arceus was, then yeah, more than likely we'll just see like an ancestor who looks kind of like him.
Exactly.
Only time will tell, really.
Only time will tell.
Indeed.
All right. So there's one thing that I actually do want to focus on, and this one's kind of interesting because it's because I believe it hinders, but it could benefit the game. This game apparently was confirmed by Nintendo of America that it's solely going to take place in Lumio City, nowhere else in Kalos, which I think is interesting. I don't think it's bad, but I don't necessarily think it's great either.
I feel
Oh, sorry, Nate. I'll let you go first.
I mean, I was just gonna say, I feel like maybe the reason why they're doing that is because they're gonna build up to something maybe bigger. Like, maybe in a future update or DLC, we never know, there'll be more to the story than we will experience.
Maybe.
Like maybe after that we can actually get the chance to go find more places to possibly build the rest of Kalos, or at least just to discover the rest of the parts of the region.
But here's
again,
I was gonna say, here's the thing. This game was announced, or the announcement of this game was just a few days ago on the 27th of February, and the game is slated to release sometime in 2025, so we have almost an entire year to wait.
Oh,
indeed we do.
Expanding on that, if anyone from Game Freak somehow stumbles upon this, I want you to send a message to your team. Take your time. Do not rush. This game needs to cook properly. You cook this right. Do not rush, please, for the love of humanity.
When people say let them cook, they mean because they know they're about to make something great. So please let yourselves cook before you actually give us the food.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. Although, since, like Adam said, this game does take place in Lumio City, this could either be kind of like a GTA style map where it's a very big, huge city, open world type game,
that's what I was thinking.
where there will be a lot of places to explore. Or another way I can think of is it could be a Sim City-esque game where we actually play like city building simulator, where we get to manage the city itself.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Again, ¿por qué no los dos?
Yeah, ¿por qué no los dos?
Alright, but there's also one other thing I want to pull up. Because I do believe that this Lumio City is going to be much more massive than what we have in X and Y. But I also
for sure.
But I also want to draw attention to this. What is Lumio's based off of? Paris, correct?
Indeed.
Yes.
Guess what Paris has? Catacombs. Tunnels that run all the way around the city underground. Think about that for a second.
Oh, wait, Adam, you know what else is in Paris?
What's in Paris?
Megas.
What?
Nate, do you not get the joke?
No.
Oh my god, he's not that cultured and he's too innocent. I love that. Keep this man safe. No, it's kind of like a parody of a Kanye West song.
Oh wait, that's what you're referring to? I thought you were referring to Mega Evolutions.
No, because there's a Kanye West song called, well, I'm not going to say that one word, In Paris.
Oh, is it N-word in Paris?
Oh my
Yes.
gosh!
So I said, you know what else is in Paris? Megas in Paris.
You know what? Just because of that, that means I could be full-on racist when I play the game.
Oh my gosh, but nah. Like I said, if we get catacombs, if they actually put catacombs in this game, think about how much we can explore under the city. Imagine what kind of Pokemon we can find down there. Imagine what kind of trials we can face.
Imagine the nightmare fuel.
Exactly! There'd be fucking FNAF jump scares everywhere. That sounds fucking fun.
And here's another thing. Since this game is taking place in Lumio City, which is based off of Paris, you know what else Paris is full of?
Baguettes?
Fashion.
That's true.
Passion.
Oh, a character customization is totally coming back.
Energy.
Come on.
More energy.
We're getting
I know,
character
I know.
customization. Of course.
I know we're getting character customization back in this game, but it better be through the fucking roof.
No, I agree. But the only thing that holds it back, really, the only thing that holds character customization back in this game is the time period. Because we don't have as many clothes back
details
as we did now. Exactly. I definitely think we could, though. I think that'd be dope.
Is that a fucking centipede? Or am I just
hope
tripping
not.
balls? Hold on.
Other than that, what else do I have on here? Well, Well, shit. Wait, there's one more thing I want to touch upon. It kind of reels back to the Pokemon, but here's something. How is Zygarde going to be involved in this game? What's going to be his role in the plot? And what the hell is Nate's camera right now?
That's the bug I'm talking about. I don't know if that's a centipede or not. It's
That doesn't
small.
look like a centipede.
It's too small.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's too
Sorry,
small.
Good question. I don't know what Zygarde's main role is
Okay.
in the game, because I think in the anime, didn't he have like a big huge showdown on like Lumiose on the Lumiose Tower with Ash?
Oh, fuck.
When it came to the anime, I actually believe Lysander was trying to take control of Zygarde to have it terraform the ecosystem. I believe he was trying to take advantage of one of the cores when there's really two of the cores. Actually, there's 5 of these little guys, believe it or not. But not in the anime. There's only 2 of them. In the games, there are 5. Don't ask me why that is. I can't answer. But essentially, that's what happens. Regardless, I don't think that's what we're going to touch up upon. You want to know what I think is going to happen?
What?
Well, let me direct you to a video by the content creator known as Lockstin and Noggin. Sorry, the name escaped me for a moment. I actually watched his video of what he thinks is going to happen, and honestly, the idea he presented has me hooked. This is based off of the renovation of Paris, meaning that we're probably going to be destroying a couple of things to like make way for new stuff, right?
Right.
What if this can cause an imbalance in the ecosystem, which is what Zygarde is supposed to protect? It's the Pokemon of order. So if they start wrecking the ecosystem, Zygarde's just gonna come in just like, hey, what you doing? You can't do that. So
Hey, Stop it.
Exactly. So what could happen is maybe Zygarde will actually infuse his power to some of the Pokemon, which could either A, create alpha Pokemon that we saw in Legends Arceus, or B, create wild mega evolutions. Could you imagine that?
Wow. That would be interesting.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a great idea. Like, that is a very intriguing idea that I can totally get behind it. Again,
now, if I may...
Again, credit to Loxin and Noggin. Nick, take it away.
If I may, I would like to read some of the Pokedex entries that Zygarde has from Cerebi, if you don't mind.
Oh, please, by all means.
For Zygarde's Pokemon X entry, when the Kalos region's ecosystem falls into disarray, it appears and reveals its secret power. Its wide dex entry is, it's hypothesized that it's monitoring those who destroy the ecosystem from deep in the cave where it lives. For Omega Ruby, when the Kalos region's ecosystem falls into disarray, it's the same thing when it comes to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Ha!
For the Generation 7 entries, for its Sun entry, which form do you want me to read? 10%, 50%, or 100%?
Go all in. Go 100.
All right. Okay, for 100% form, its Sun entry says, this Zygarde's form at times when it uses its overwhelming power to suppress those who endanger the ecosystem. Actually, its Moon Dex entry is the one we should be a little bit more concerned about.
Oh? Why so?
For Moon, it's for 100% Zygarde Moon's entry. This is Zygarde's 100% form. It has enough power to overwhelm Xerneas or Yveltal.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
That is Zygarde at 100% form.
And consider this. Xerneas and Yveltal both have advantages over Zygarde because Xerneas is fairy type, meaning it can pick Zygarde's dragon typing, and Yveltal is flying type, which means it's immune to Zygarde's ground attacks. So the fact that it can take on both Xerneas and Yveltal in that form, that is scary.
Jesus.
And looking at its typing of Dragon Ground, it is weak to Fairy type. However, let me see, offensive-wise, that would be Dragon Ground. Excuse me.
Your excuse.
Where is ground? Where is ground? Where is ground? Here it is, Dragon Ground. It is super effective against Poison, Rock, Steel, Fire, Electric, and Dragon. Actually, when it comes to Yveltal's Flying type, it can still hit it for regular damage for its Dragon type moves. It just does regular damage to Flying and Dark.
And I guess it uses its ground type moves to deal with Xerneas.
Not really, because it doesn't do super effective damage against Fairy. It just does regular damage.
Well, yeah, I know, but we were doing normal damage against Yveltal, so I just assumed.
Yeah, but yeah, that is actually one of the more scary things. When it's in 100% form, it is
Terrifying.
yes. However, it says after you found in Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon, after you found all 100 cells, or have a surplus of both of those forms, it will turn it into the complete form when their hit points are less than 50% of standard if it has the Power Construct ability. So its ability of Power Construct, other cells gather to aid when its HP becomes half or less, then the Pokemon changes to form its complete form. So when Zygarde has all 100% of its cells, it will stay and look like the snake it looks like even when it's in its 50% form. However, when it reaches health less than 50%, it then goes to its 100% form, and then it becomes really freaking scary.
Exactly.
Jesus.
I have a feeling that this would actually make a fucking Arceus look down and just go, oh hell no, I ain't dealing with that.
Let me see here. Even some of the other forms are nothing to scoff at. The Moon entry for its 10% form. This Zygarde form is when about 10% of its cells have been gathered. It runs across the land at speeds greater than 60 miles an hour.
Whoa, that is fast.
And it's in a dog form, correct?
Yeah, that's its 10% form. So in its 10% form, it can hit speeds of up to 60 miles an hour.
That sounds like a fast predator.
I'm pretty sure that's faster than a cheetah, is it not?
I think so.
If it is, then if this is, and then Zygarde's just in his 10% form, then that's literally the fastest predator we have to watch out for in Pokemon.
Yeah.
But again, as to what Zygarde potentially could... Honestly, I will have to agree that I think Zygarde will play a role into trying to protect the ecosystem that is surrounding it. Although, even better, what if the land that we're rebuilding or building Lumio City upon is directly above Zygarde's cave?
Ooh, that's very interesting. That can even link back to the catacombs, because you can actually use the catacombs to go down to that cave.
Actually, wait, Don, bringing that back up and combining it with Nick's idea. What if in the beginning you hear stories, like during the game, that there are these catacombs that are potentially somewhere in underground the city, but no one has been able to discover them, whether it be because there was no leads, there was no signs of them, or people just thought it was nothing but just rumors.
Right.
Rumors that they made up. And during the rest of the story progression, slowly but surely the catacombs begin to reveal themselves, revealing that indeed there are catacombs there, and they are being lived in by Zygarde.
Actually, nope. Sorry, scratch that. I don't think it's going to be on top of Zygarde's cave, because Zygarde's cave, which is Terminus Cave, is off of Route 18, which is way far away from Lumios.
Well, I knew that. I already knew that, Nick. It's just more of, I just like the idea.
Well, you never know, Nick. You never know. Maybe things can change. It could still follow the same idea we brought up.
Hey. It's a land snake. It can dig.
Yeah, but no, I was just gonna say, like, I feel like it could work like this is where it used to live, but after things have calmed down, like let's say right after the game's finished, a treaty or amends can be made between Sideguard and the people creating the city, and they find a way to take care of the ecosystem while giving Sideguard a new home, so that way he won't be disturbed while they continue building Lumio City.
I think
Yeah.
that would come down to probably the player, which honestly, I'm 100% down for. Bro,
Yeah.
Now, I was gonna say, when it comes to Lumio City, there obviously you have the 5 branches that branch off into different directions. The first direction we can go is obviously, okay, if you look at a star, you got the top point, the 2 ones that are like at the top, are the 2 arms at the top and the 2 legs at the bottom. If we go off of if you're looking down on it, if you're going off of the right leg, you go down to Santaloon, then you go down to either Camp Friar, then there's Cormeline, then Dendemil, and then Lavere, I think. Those are the 5 cities and towns that branch off from Lumios.
okay.
But yeah, it's like, so those are the directions we could go if, honestly, if the game just takes place directly in Lumios, then it's just going to be a big, huge, large city.
Oh, I have a feeling this map is going to be freaking massive. Maybe not the size of, like, Scarlet and Violet's map, but it's definitely going to be big enough to where you don't even realize you're still in the city. You're still just going to be able to explore the place all around.
I mean, from the overview we saw in the trailer, that would be most likely. I mean, the way it looked like, it didn't look like it was just some small city. It looked huge.
It looked massive. It looked actually like Paris.
Which is impressive, to say the least. Which means, for what we know right now, Pokemon and Game Freak are definitely cooking right now.
They cooking, and I'm praying that they take their time. That's all I care about. This is a game. This game is a love child of my favorite game and my first game. I want this to be cooked thoroughly.
Indeed.
Oh, by the way, there is one more thing that comes to my mind.
Oh.
Does anyone remember the Lumiose Ghost Girl?
Oh, God.
No, I actually don't.
Okay, allow me to explain. The story of the Lumiose Ghost Girl goes back to X and Y. Where you enter a certain building and you go up to a certain floor, you will walk out of the elevator and your screen will flash from light to darkness. And eventually, a Hex Maniac will appear behind you. And she actually floats. There's no walking animation. She just floats right by you and just goes, "No, you are not the one." And then just flies off and then just floats off screen. You never see her again. What if the one she's looking for is someone from Legend ZA?
Very interesting.
Imagine how crazy that's going to be. Oh, by the way, Hex Maniacs are probably going to play a role in this game solely because of how popular they are in the Pokemon fan base.
And hentai.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, you can't Google that trainer class without running into hentai, and it's hilarious.
So much. Actually, shall we look at the numbers?
Oh, God!
Very quickly.
Are you actually gonna look it up?
Let's find out.
It's Nick. Of course he's gonna look it up and find out.
Nope, I got it. 8,043.
Oh my gosh! And remember, this is an NPC. This is an NPC of Pokemon X and Y.
Yeah.
Not even a main character. It's an NPC.
And everyone loves her.
I actually know why they love her. You guys want to hear why?
Why?
Because there was a Hex Maniac in Pokemon X and Y that sold you Moo Moo Milk.
Oh, God, no, don't tell me.
No, that's not what happened, but that's what people imply.
No.
I was gonna say, I think that's maybe the reason why in a lot of these art pieces, why she has such large
Okay.
assets.
She has some good.
The way
She
you
has some big
dance
pillows.
around using the proper term is hilarious to me, Nick. It really is.
It's funny because I'm the most unhinged of the trio, and I would just say the word right out the bat with no hesitation. But considering that this is like a good topic that's like worth talking about, I'm trying my best not to do that.
Wait, what the heck?
What?
There's an art piece of this Hex Maniac along with Himiko Toga.
Oh God, no!
Oh my gosh!
That makes too much sense. That makes too much. Stop looking, Nick. Divert your eyes. Divert your eyes, Nicholas.
Yeah. Okay, now that's a little bit more wholesome. That is actually a little bit more of a wholesome
Nick,
art
are you
right
seriously
Are
looking
you
at
still
hentai during our podcast?
No. I was gonna say, honestly, there's a non-hentai piece in amongst all the hentai that actually is pretty tame. It's just
That's weird because
I was gonna say
normally
it's just her, obviously, look with her very large assets, and she's wearing a Mimikyu or like a Pikachu apron.
That's cute.
okay. Stop looking now, though. Stop looking.
Actually-
No.
Alright.
I-
Alright.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that.
Alright, so what else are we excited about for this game? Be honest with me, just any random thoughts that you think that's gonna happen. Because I think I'm out
Story,
of
animation.
notes.
Story, animation, cutscenes, and if possible, even though let's be real, it's never gonna happen. Possible voice acting.
Bro,
Honestly, I can't wait for a banging soundtrack.
bro,
That too.
bro, if there's one thing Pokemon does not mess up, it's their soundtrack. Especially when they enlist the help of Toby Fox.
Actually,
yeah, for
here's
sure.
here's the question: what instrument is going to be the primary focus for the soundtrack? Because I think
Synthesizer.
I was gonna say, I'm trying to think here. When it comes to some of the different battle musics, I think Generation 5 was the base. Generation...
Okay, wait, hold on. If we're
Generation
going in
6, I actually was playing Pokemon Y earlier today. I think I heard a lot of... I could be mistaken about this. I think I heard a lot of percussion.
I was gonna say, if we're going in France, maybe it has to be an instrument linked to France, maybe?
Nah, I was gonna say... I'm trying to think, because French horn. If I had to think... Actually, that is one thing I do want to look up. And let's see, hold on a sec. French composers.
All right, wait, hold on. As you look this up, I kind of want to point something out that I've been thinking about since we started this video. Ladies and gentlemen, obviously we're far too deep into this video, but ladies and gentlemen, this is the first podcast of 2024. Do you guys want to know what the first podcast, the All Out Studios, formerly known as the Three Amigos, first posted when we first started this shit?
I remember.
It was a podcast of talking about Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
And Legends
Ladies and
Arceus.
gentlemen, and Legends Arceus. And ladies and gentlemen, we're basically talking about a topic that we brought up the first time we started. That's kind of wild.
That is wild, honestly, if you think about it.
Even my dogs are excited. They're going nuts right now.
Yeah, so technically speaking, it's almost like we're doing an anniversary episode.
Feels like it. Okay, so with the Pokemon that we have confirmed and the Pokemon we think are in the game, what team do you think you guys want to build?
I'm definitely
Well-
going back to Ghost, so I'm just saying that now.
Anti-barrier.
What the fuck is that?
Let's see here. If the starters that we predicted are in fact the ones that we obviously, predicted, and the starters are Piplup, Snivy, and Scorbunny, honestly, that is really a tough take.
I'm going with the
That
rabbit.
is- I'm gonna say
going
that.
with the snake.
I'm gonna say that's really a tough pick because honestly, I do like Piplup. Piplup is a close second for the Sinnoh starters. Turtwig is my first.
Same.
Although it might change. I I was gonna say because of Scarlet and Violet, I might be changing over my favorite Sinnoh starter to Piplup. I might.
That's a maybe.
Wait, what?
But-
Because of Claxby?
I was gonna say I would not. I was gonna say I would say I'm not gonna pick Snivy in order to spite Nate, but I don't know until I see either Snivy get a new form. Actually, since we don't know if Snivy is going to be the grass starter pick, if Snivy is the starter, then I'm gonna wait and see what its Mega Evolution is or new form is to see whether or not I'll pick it. If Snivy is not the grass type starter, again, we'll just have to wait and see. Honestly, when it comes to the starters, it's too early to call.
I gotta ask this actually, boys, because now I'm kind of curious. Again, discussing about this, if there's a possibility we'll either get a new form, a new Mega Evolutions, or even possibly both. When the starters do get announced, what do you guys think they should do when they show the starters? Should they show their Mega Evolutions, or should they tease that they can Mega Evolve,
I think they should
but
tease.
cut off? Yeah,
Tease.
like they cut off right as they're transforming, just so that way we can like be a little more surprised and impressed
Yeah.
when they appear in the game.
All right. Okay, if we're going to go off of these starters that we selected, obviously I'm choosing Score Bunny, and then there are 3 Pokemon that I'm going after in this game. I think Nick already knows which ones I'm going after. I'm going after.
You're definitely going to be going after Froakie, Gardevoir, and Lucario.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. I'm going all in with my favorite Pokemon because honestly, it's my choice. Sadly, I don't think Apom or Iron Valiant are going to be in this game. I think they might make a reference to Iron Valiant though.
Maybe they might
Honestly-
make a thing. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, honestly, I'll join you with getting a Gardevoir, Lucario, and Froakie, but other Pokemon I'll add on to my team, I'll definitely have an Aegislash for sure.
I get it. 2 steel types. It's respectable.
I know we haven't
Yep.
confirmed. I know it's not confirmed yet, obviously, because we don't know if this Pokemon is coming in or not. But I'm definitely getting Bum Bum,
Okay.
and I'm gonna get all his brothers and sisters, which are Bop Bop, Bloopy, Burpy, Boppy, and the last one, the best one of them all, Brutus.
What about Butt Butt?
Butt Butt's retiring right now. He needs some rest.
Actually, no. Butt Butt is with me. I have
Yeah.
Butt Butt.
Oh yeah,
Butt Butt is a
Bum
distant
Bum's,
cousin of the Bum Bum family.
Bum Bum's cousin, twice removed.
Yeah, Butt Butt decided to go on vacation and happened to run into Nick. So Nick is currently taking care of Butt Butt, and I don't think Butt Butt wants to leave. So that's why I picked Brutus. It's either Brutus, Bob, Becky, Baby, Bonnie, Boopy, or possibility Bob.
Honestly, with all those choices, I'm surprised you didn't say Betty Boop.
Nah, because then I'm gonna get copyrighted.
I mean, with the
But
Butt
no,
Butt
rude.
family, I have Butt Butt, Bot Bot, Bit Bit, Bet, and then Fred.
The
Okay,
only
so
one,
that has to be a non-blood relative then, because all of Bum Bum's relatives start with a B.
the only one I got in my head is Bop Bop.
Bop bop. Yeah, I know. Okay, so as y'all can tell, I'm in love with Quagsire, and I came up with a lot of family members, and I'm just allowing the boys to take care of them. But no, if I was to pick again, if Quagsire was there, Quagsire definitely picking Snivy. If Gengar still appears, we all know I'm going for Gengar.
Gengar is an
Actually,
evolution that's more than likely going to happen.
Yeah,
I'm getting
Gengar has a
Gengar.
Mega, so you're definitely gonna have a Mega Gengar on your team.
Let's see. So Sandile for sure too, because I'm biased.
Oh, wait a minute, that's another.
Froakie.
Wait, hold on a sec. I'm trying to think. What other Pokemon Mega Evolve that I love?
I think we all can. I think we all can just agree that Froakie's one of the best.
Froakie is my favorite starter. Fuck yeah, I think he's the best.
Oh wait,
And-
I got one more. I got one more addition to my team. Steelix. Gotta have the
Actually,
Megas for Steelix.
I can agree with that. I think the only other Pokemon that I can think of at the moment, I'm maybe thinking Hawlucha, because actually my first playthrough of Pokemon X, I did actually use a Hawlucha, and she was great. I might grab Crobat, because I really like the Crobat line. And also, yeah, I'm going to use an evolution. I don't know which one yet,
Oh,
but
yeah,
I'm going to
sure.
use one.
I think we all can agree we all plan to get an evolution at some point. Okay, interesting thought. What if we get a ghost type evolution finally? Or like an evolution that we haven't gotten before aside from ghost
I
type?
already know how you would evolve that one. You smash its head in with the brickstone.
Oh,
Jesus
Jesus Christ. Don't
Christ.
go that far.
Jesus Christ, get some help, Adam.
Okay, to be fair, that
was
wasn't my joke. It was from someone else.
I was just gonna say, like, take him to a cemetery or something. Jesus.
Christ.
Like, even I wasn't gonna go that dark. God damn.
And this is before Easter, god damn it!
Congratulations, Adon. You have made the first dark joke of 2024 for all studios.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
One of these days, we gotta have an award.
Okay, but
We got to...
ooh, yo, if I can get one more, if I can possibly get one more Pokemon, because I already am going to go with Cinderace and Greninja. If he's available in this game, I'll grab Sceptile.
Ooh, actually, yeah. No, same, honestly.
Mega Sceptile, Grass Dragon. Interesting combo.
Actually, you know what? I'll
And
say
it-
this, too.
and if not Sceptile-
Bulbasaur
If not Sceptile, Venusaur.
I was gonna say, if Bulbasaur... Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, if Bulbasaur's in this, I'm definitely getting Bulbasaur.
Babasai.
Babasa.
I would also really like to have a Squirtle, solely for the reason I like Blastoise. You know, if it wasn't obvious.
Okay, I'm saying this now. If we get a Squirtle, we have to have a unique thing where the Squirtle wears the Squirtle Squad sunglasses.
I've been wanting that kind of customization forever now.
We need that.
Blastoise.
We need that because,
Wait,
dude,
hold on.
come on.
Oh, boys.
What?
Let me cook.
What? Uh-oh. Hey!
Squirtle.
Hold on for a second. Why the fuck do you look like LA Knight? Yeah!
Yeah!
Hold on, wait, hold on. Do me a favor. Just do that with a smile. Not, you know what? That's not what I wanted, but you know what? That works.
And
got
I
it.
said, hey, yeah.
Copyright claim.
Honestly, if those round glasses had blue lenses on it, I would have mistaken you for Robotnik.
I'm sorry, General. What did you say your name was?
General.
Nobody cares.
Nah, but for real, bruv. If we, bro, okay. Another Pokemon that I think I'd grab, if possible, Aerodactyl.
Ooh.
Or better
Aerodactyl.
yet, Noivern. I love both of them.
I was just gonna say if you know what, if Igron's in here, I would love him
Aggron actually does have a Mega Evolution, so that's possible.
because I like Igron. I don't know why. He was just one of my favorite Pokemons back in the day.
Yeah, Aggron has a Mega Evolution, so that's more than possible. What other Pokemon have Megas? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Already some Mega Pokemon were already, some Pokemon that had Mega Evolutions were revealed in the trailer, so... Yeah, we're definitely gonna see Mega Steelix, Mega Gyarados, Mega Pinsir, Mega Heracross, more than likely Mega Absol, and probably some... Actually, no, those are all the confirmed Mega Evolutions. Although I did hear theories that we could get more Megas for other Pokemon.
Okay, also, I'm saying
I think I saw someone even say we should get a Mega Dragonite, which honestly I
Ooh.
thought no.
Why not?
I'm gonna be real with you. I think pseudo legendaries didn't deserve Mega Evolutions. They already had a base stat total of 600. They didn't need another 100 added to the list. You know what I mean?
Hey, wait, did Garchomp appear in Legends Arceus, or am I tripping?
Garchomp is a Sinnomon. Of course he was in Legends Arceus.
Okay, so I thought I was tripping.
Well, you're always tripping.
Yeah, I'm on cocaine.
Crazy kids.
Alright, so do we have anything else we want to discuss real quick? Or is that all?
I think that's it.
That covers everything.
Alright, everyone.
Let me get this.
Again, I must say this again. Game Freak, take your time. Cook, my boys and girls. Cook. Do not come out with this game half done. Cook it thoroughly, like a Thanksgiving dinner.
Firmly grasp it!
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasp it in your hand. Alright, but with that all settled, everyone, thank you so much for tuning into the first podcast of 2024. We hope to do more of this later. Just
We have a
be
lot
patient
of
with
podcasts
us.
planned out. Yeah, we have a lot of podcasts planned out. Some we had teased before and other stuff. Some we had just talked about. And some that, we kind of got to go fast for, before it's too late.
That's
what?
true.
Nice.
You
All
see
right.
what I did there.
And all right. With all that said and done, everyone name off your favorite starter in the comments. Tell us what you're excited for in this game. And to end us all off, boys, favorite Pokemon, go.
Come on.
Quick, Coco.
A bomb.
Yes.
And
Actually,
with
I
that,
take back.
we're out of here. I love you with the Purple Familia. God bless. Keep on running.
Have a good one, folks.
Adios, amigos.